The long dining table was shining like glass. Golden plates. Crystal glasses. Expensive candles. Sophia sat at the head of the table like a queen. Diamond necklace. Perfect hair. Cold eyes. On the other side, near the kitchen door, stood Grace. Simple dress. Tired eyes. Hands still smelling of spices and soap. Guests were laughing. Mr. Carter, Sophia's husband, was trying to keep everyone happy. Their teenage daughter, Mia, quietly watched everything. Sophia picked up her fork, took one bite of the food. And then it happened. She slammed the fork down. Sophia shouted, "What is this? This tastes horrible. Are you trying to poison my guests?" The room went silent. Grace froze. Her hands started shaking. Sorry ma'am," Grace whispered. "I can fix." Sophia cut her off. "Of course you can't fix it. People like you can't do anything right. You are just a maid. Not a chef." Everyone stared. One guest, Daniel, a famous food blogger and restaurant investor, watched closely. He had millions of followers. Sophia had invited him to impress him. She turned to her guests and forced a smile. "I'm so embarrassed," Sophia said loudly. "My maid ruined my dish. I gave her my special recipe, and she still destroyed it." Grace looked down at the floor. Her eyes filled with tears, but she stayed silent. Her heart was breaking. She had cooked that dish with love, just like her mother taught her in their tiny village kitchen. Sophia leaned back in her chair and said, "Throw this trash away. Make something simple. Maybe she can at least boil rice without failing." A quiet laugh came from one of the guests. The rich laughed because the rich lady was laughing. Grace nodded slowly. She turned to go back to the kitchen. Then it happened. The moment that changed everything. Mia suddenly stood up. "Mom, why are you lying?" Mia said in a shaking voice. Sophia's smile froze. The guests turned their heads. Mia looked directly at Daniel. "Uncle Daniel, Grace made everything in this house. Every meal. Every party. Always. Mom doesn't even know how to boil an egg." Silence. You could almost hear the candles burning. Sophia's face went pale. "Mia, sit down," she hissed. "Now." But Mia did not sit. "She's been lying for years," Mia said, tears in her eyes. "She tells everyone she is a great cook. She even posted pictures of Grace's food on her Instagram and said she made it." Daniel raised his eyebrows. "Is that true, Sophia?" he asked calmly. Sophia forced a laugh. "Of course it's not. My daughter is just being dramatic." But then Grace's phone beeped. Her hands shaking, she pulled it out. A message from her younger brother. Your dish is on Instagram again. Rich madam took the credit. I wish people knew it's yours." The notification was big on the screen. And it lit up right in front of Daniel, Mia, and everyone sitting close. Daniel slowly leaned forward. "Can I see that?" he asked gently. Grace looked scared. Sophia's eyes flashed with anger. "Give me that phone." Sophia snapped. But Daniel was faster. He saw the picture. The same dish on the table. Posted on Sophia's account. Caption: "My special signature recipe. So proud of my cooking tonight." And below that, a comment from weeks ago. "You should open your own restaurant. You're so talented, Sophia." Daniel looked up. His voice was cold now. "So, the maid ruined your special dish, but you also take pictures of her food and call it your cooking online?" Sophia opened her mouth, but no words came out. Her secret. Exposed in front of everyone. In seconds. And this was just the beginning. No one ate after that. The food was still hot. But the room felt cold. Sophia tried to laugh it off. "Come on, everyone," she said. "It's just social media. Everyone does that. Little lies. It's not a big deal." But the guests were not smiling anymore. Daniel folded his arms. "It's not just social media," he said. "It's respect. It's honesty. You insulted the person who made this food. And you did it for show." Mr. Carter cleared his throat. "Sophia, maybe we should." "Oh, so now you're on her side too?" Sophia snapped. "She works for us. We pay her. She should be grateful." Grace stood near the kitchen door. Her eyes were wet, but she kept standing. She wanted to disappear. But also, for the first time, she wanted to speak. Daniel turned to her. "Grace," he said softly. "Did you make this dish?" Grace hesitated. She looked at Sophia's cold eyes. She thought of her sick mother in their small rented room. She thought of her younger brother who still needed school fees. If she spoke, she might lose her job. If she stayed silent, she would lose herself. Her hands were shaking, but her voice was clear. "Yes," she said. "I made it. I make all the food here. Breakfast. Lunch. Dinner. All the parties. Sophia slammed her hand on the table. Lies, she screamed. You are jealous. That's why you are making up stories. Mia couldn't hold it in anymore. That's not true. Mia cried. I see her cook every day. You even yelled at me last month for thanking her in front of your friends. You said, never praise the maid in front of guests. They should think I do everything. The room got even more tense. One of the guests whispered to another. I always thought she was too busy to cook. Daniel looked deeper at Grace. How did you learn to cook like this? He asked. Grace swallowed. My mother had a small food stall back in our village, she said. We cooked for workers, students, anyone who was hungry. She taught me everything. Spices. Timing. Balance. She always said. Food is love, not show. Tears rolled down her cheeks now. But she did not wipe them away. Daniel nodded slowly. And why are you working here as a maid? He asked gently. With this talent? Grace looked down. My mother got sick, she said. Hospital is expensive. My brother is still in school. I needed money fast. I took whatever job I could. When I started cooking here and the madam got praise, she said she would help me join a cooking school later. She took a shaky breath. But she never did. She just used my food. And said it was hers. Sophia laughed loudly, but it sounded fake. Oh please. Listen to her drama, she said, rolling her eyes. This is why I don't like poor people. They always play victims. The words cut like a knife. You know that feeling when someone talks like they are above everyone else? Have you ever seen that in real life? Daniel's jaw tightened. Poor people, he repeated. Grace is more skilled than many chefs I've met. You, Sophia, you are not a chef. You are a thief of talent. Sophia stood up so fast her chair almost fell. How dare you speak to me like that in my own house? Exactly, Daniel replied calmly. In your own house, you humiliate the one person who keeps it running. Mr. Carter finally spoke up. Sophia, this has gone too far, he said quietly. I've seen Grace in the kitchen. I know you don't cook. I've been silent, but not anymore. Sophia stared at him as if he had stabbed her. You too, she whispered. Mia walked over to Grace and held her hand. I'm sorry, Mia said softly to her. I should have spoken earlier. Grace could not stop her tears now. But for the first time, they were not only tears of pain. They were also tears of relief. Daniel straightened his jacket. I came tonight because I thought I might invest in your home restaurant idea, Sophia, he said. But now I see the real chef is standing by the kitchen door, holding a cleaning cloth. Sophia's eyes widened. You were going to invest? She asked. In my restaurant? Not anymore, he answered. But I want to talk to Grace, about her future. Sophia froze. Her dream. Her status. Her fake image of a rich, talented hostess. It was all slipping away. And deep inside her heart, for the first time, she felt real fear. What do you mean, you want to talk to her? Sophia asked, her voice shaking. That, Daniel said, you will see. He turned to Grace. Tomorrow, come to my office. Bring your best recipe. I want to try it. He smiled kindly. You don't belong in the shadows. Grace covered her mouth with her hand. She could not believe what she was hearing. Sophia gripped the back of her chair, her knuckles white. In one evening, the maid she insulted might become her biggest threat. And this was the start of her karma. 2 months later, a small restaurant on a busy street buzzed with life. Warm lights, simple wooden tables. The smell of fresh bread and spices filled the air. On the front signboard, in clean white letters it said, Grace's Kitchen, food with a heart. Inside, people laughed, ate, and took pictures of their plates. Reviews online were exploding. Best new place in the city. Simple but amazing. Feels like home. In the open kitchen, wearing a clean white apron, stood Grace. Confident. Focused. Happy. Her mother sat at a corner table, smiling proudly, her health improving with better medicine. Her younger brother took orders and joked with customers. Daniel had kept his word. He helped Grace open her own place as a partner. But he told her clearly. Your talent is the main star here. I'm just the support. One afternoon, the door opened. Grace froze for a second. Sophia walked in. But she did not look like the woman from that fancy dinner night anymore. Her makeup was lighter. Her shoulders looked heavy. Her eyes had dark circles. There were whispers from 2 women at a table. Isn't that the lady whose cooking scandal went viral? Yes, everyone found out she stole her maid's work. After that dinner, a guest had secretly recorded Sophia shouting and calling Grace trash. When the video leaked, people were angry. They saw her Instagram lies. Brands dropped her. Her perfect hostess image was destroyed. Karma had come, right in front of the whole world. Sophia took a slow step toward the counter. Grace wiped her hands and walked over. They looked at each other. Rich lady. Former maid. But now, the power had shifted. "Hello, ma'am," Grace said quietly. "Welcome." Sophia's lips trembled. "Grace," she whispered. "You did all this?" Grace glanced around the restaurant. "With help," she said. "But yes. This is my food. My mother's recipes. Our hard work." Sophia swallowed. "I saw your interview online," she said. "You talked about your journey. You didn't say my name." Grace looked at her for a moment. "I didn't need to," she replied. "God knows the truth. And so do you." Sophia's eyes filled with tears now. For the first time, the rich lady was the one who looked small. "I lost many followers," she said softly. "Brands. Friends. People say I'm a liar. A fake." She took a deep breath. "I came here today, not to fight. I came to say, I'm sorry." The words were heavy. They almost got stuck in her throat. But she forced them out. "I was proud. I wanted attention. I wanted everyone to think I was perfect. I used you. I took your talent. And when people praised me, I pushed you down so you wouldn't rise above me." A tear rolled down her cheek. "I was wrong." The restaurant went quiet. Even the staff could feel the moment. Grace listened. Her heart was beating fast. Part of her still remembered every insult. Every "people like you." Every time she was treated as invisible. But another part of her remembered her mother's words. "Never let someone's hate turn your heart hard. Your kindness is your crown." Grace spoke slowly. "Your words hurt me," she said. "You made me feel like I was nothing. Like I should be grateful even when you stole from me." Sophia nodded, crying now. "I know," she said. "And I regret it. I don't expect you to forgive me. I just needed to say it to your face." There was a long pause. Then Grace did something no one expected. She walked to the counter, picked up a plate with a fresh dish she had been testing, and placed it in front of Sophia. "Sit," she said quietly. "Eat." Sophia looked confused. You want me to eat here?" she asked. Grace nodded. "In my restaurant," she said. "As a customer. Not as my owner." Sophia slowly sat down. She took a bite. Her eyes widened. For a second, she forgot her pain. "This is," she whispered, "amazing." Grace gave a small, sad smile. "This is the same dish you called trash that night," she said. "Only now it has my name on it." Sophia looked down, ashamed. "I deserved that," she said. "And worse." Grace leaned on the table. "I don't want worse for you," she replied. "I already got my justice. I have my own place. My family is safe. People know my name now." She took a deep breath. "I forgive you, Sophia. But I will never work in your house again. That chapter of my life is closed." Sophia nodded, tears falling freely now. "Thank you," she whispered. "You're a better person than I ever was." Mia suddenly ran inside, out of breath. She had waited outside, scared to come in. "Mom, are you okay?" she asked. Sophia stood and pulled Mia close. "I will be," she said. "Because today I learned what real strength looks like." She looked at Grace. "It's not money. Not followers. It's this. Having every right to hate someone, and still choosing to stand with dignity." Grace's mother wiped her tears in the corner. Daniel watched from another table, quietly proud. As Sophia and Mia walked out, Mia turned back and waved at Grace. "I always loved your cooking," Mia said with a small smile. "I'm happy the world does too now." Grace smiled back. "Thank you," she said. "Come back any time. As guests." The door closed behind them. Grace looked around her busy, warm restaurant. She took a deep breath. From maid to owner. From insult to respect. From hidden talent to shining name. That was her karma. That was her justice. Sometimes, people will step on you to make themselves look taller. But remember this. Real talent and real kindness cannot stay hidden forever. Those who insult others to feel powerful, one day, will have to face the truth they tried to hide. And those who stay humble, work hard, and keep a clean heart, in the end, they will rise higher than any fake image. If you were in Grace's place, what would you do?